Alrighty, what up, y'all? So, lately I've been doing some one-handed stuff just because I like having fun. So, I'm going to talk through this one. Most of my series isn't talking through it. I'm just going to describe how I'm riding one-handed. Sometimes people think you can't do it. I'm in third gear. I don't want to be in fourth gear because I know these corners coming up. One of them might be a little too slow for fourth. Third's a little rambunctious. It's a little loud. She's a little aggressive. However, I know that I'm going to be able to get the power band right where I need it to. If I come across something and I have to slow down and have to speed back up, I am braking and accelerating with one hand on my right side, obviously, because that's how my controls are set up. I'm just demonstrating the basics of motorcycle riding, the push-pull method. You know, some people think you push down on the handlebars. You don't. I can push down right now. If I can move my bike, wait, nothing's going to happen. Don't die me. Please don't die me. Thank you. You push forward to go right, and you pull back on the right to go left. Now on the opposite side, you would push left to go left and pull left to go right. I am slowly leaning my body into the turn just like I would under any other circumstances if I was riding with both hands, and I am still doing this very safely. Progressive acceleration, not ramping on the throttle, and I'm not putting anyone in danger. I can slow down, please don't turn. Slowly pressing on the brake with my middle finger on the right hand side, not changing the throttle inputs at all, slowly releasing the brake, trail braking as if you would call it, and now I'm stuck behind somebody's mama. I like doing this just because, you know, sometimes it's just fun to be a motorcycle guy and doing fun motorcycle stuff. It's also good to test yourself, not to put anyone in danger, but to make sure that you have the skills required to navigate on your motorcycle and control your motorcycle safe. For instance, if you had a massive bicep cramp one time and you had to ride home because your dumb ass didn't drink enough water, and every time you went to stick your arm out, no, not bicep, tricep, every time you went to stick your arm out, you was one of these. I did that once. Also, one time I had a massive thigh cramp and I had to ride with my legs sticking out, because every time I put my leg back up on the foot peg, it was really, really bad. It wasn't like ouch pain. It was, I need to get off my bike and stand around for 45 minutes or stick my leg out and, you know, make my way home. Anywho, I think all motorcyclists, if I could use my controls on the left-hand side, I would develop the skill on my left-hand side. I do have a throttle lock. I don't have it on right now, but one of these days I'm going to go and do it left-handed. It's a little more tricky because you really can't trail brake, but you can trail brake with the rear if you do it very carefully. It's not something I would recommend in combination with one-handed riding. However, there is a young lady, I can't think of her handle right now, but she literally has one arm. I'm sure there's gentlemen out there as well. There's people with you know, paraplegic issues or, you know, mobility issues. I know a guy who has to have his feet strapped in and clamped onto his motorcycle in order to ride. Not saying that I have any of those ailments. I'm just saying it's possible. So if you don't have the skills to do so, do not chalk it up to anything other than you have failed to practice these skills. What's up, dog? And develop yourself in riding your motorcycle. Also, it kind of gives you hope, right? Like life's good. No matter how much I bitch in the past, you know, I'm blessed or whatever, lucky to have all my digits, my fingers, my toes, my appendages, my phalanges. I can talk. I don't have any of the things that would hinder me from riding a motorcycle the way I want to ride a motorcycle. However, there's folks out there that have these things and still would just ride circles around me. So I appreciate the fact that they're out there doing it, and motorcycle companies and some manufacturers and fabricators built stuff for them to be able to do this, and I'm just doing it for fun because I like testing myself in a safe manner. I'm not putting anybody in danger, and I'm not speeding, and I'm not being reckless. However, I know this bike and how I ride, and it's actually really fun to ride one-handed sometimes when you're not stuck behind slow-ass Jeeps. But I like to ride like this, little teapot style, hand on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. But for the most part, it's just fun to do. And I haven't been doing it a lot this year because I've been in my brain fog. And now that I'm out of my brain fog, I just want to make sure I still got the skizzles. And I do. I need to go do some slow speed practice in the parking lots and some obstacle or like course maneuvers like I've been doing. I haven't been talking through my corners and stuff, but I haven't found anywhere to practice that I have not been yet. I've pretty much exhausted every abandoned building, every abandoned parking lot in my area. And it's just weird to go looking for them. If I see one, I'll maybe practice a little bit just because I like practicing in new spaces. If they have pylons or pillars or anything like that, I really like covered garages and parking structures. But I don't really like going back to places I've already been. It's just a little thing I like to do for me, and keeps it interesting, practicing in a new location. However, I think any skills, as long as you practice them, keep them up to stuff, makes you a better motorcycle rider. And when you get to be able to show off and do fun stuff, people are like, oh, like, I can't wheelie. I know, I suck. I wish I could, but I'm still scared. I still walk by my Benelli every time, and just go, I'm sorry I bought you. Treat you like shit. You're a dusty little bastard, because I am not doing wheelies. I really, really want to, but I'm scared, and I haven't gotten over my fear, and I don't know why. Anyway, other than practicing slow speed stuff, sometimes I do have to shift down, and I do not like clutchless shifting. I do not have a quick shifter on this bike, and I will not damage my clutch just trying to do slow speed stuff. So for the most part, that's another reason why I set my speed at where I think I'm going to be, in between third and fourth gear most times. Nowhere up near fifth, because the bike will starve. I don't think I'm riding anywhere that fast. Well, I have. I think I did it in one of my last videos. I ride some places, as long as I can get a good straightaway or a good sweeping curve, I can take it up to fifth, because I know I'm going to be pushing it. And I won't starve the bike if I happen to slow down a little bit. But if I'm in third or fourth, most likely third, it'll keep the RPMs right where I need them. If I go up to fourth and I have to hit the brakes, the bike will start to bog down a little bit, because the engine's moving slower than expected at that speed. It'll start to slow down, it'll start to hamper, and then it'll be harder for me to accelerate out of it, because I have to catch the engine up to the road speed after it's slowed down so much already. Hope I'm explaining that right. Anywho, the concept is practice. Do cool stuff, do basic stuff, and then get on YouTube and yap about it, because I need to make videos in order to keep making stuff for my YouTube channel. And this is the type of stuff that I would make, because this is the type of stuff that I do. So I have to pick something that's along the lines of something I can repeat, something I'm willing to do, and something that meets the criteria of what I want to do, because I'm not going to force myself out of my wheelhouse just for content. I have to do the content, which is something that I enjoy doing, because if I don't, then I'm disingenuous, and it just makes the channel kind of shitty, no matter how many subscribers I got. Plus, look how comfy I am talking through this shit. Look at me. Look at me chilling. See the chilling? See it? Yeah, I got skills. They're not the best. They ain't the worst. But I got skills. And I need to practice them to keep them up. And I suggest all of you do the same as well. And that's it. That's the explanation of why I just ride around one-handed sometimes. There's no big revelation. I'm not trying to impress the chicks, because I got no chicks to impress. I just think it's fun. I think it's a good way to practice and keep myself confident and comfortable on my bike. When I first did it this season, though, I was a scary boy, because I leaned over a little bit too far, and I was like, I don't know how to recover. I did know how to recover, but my brain and my coordination and all the stuff was just not syncing up for about 0.5 seconds, and that was enough time for me to initiate a little jitteriness in the old pucker hole, if you know what I mean. So I was like, let me just practice, get better at it again, get more comfortable where I used to be, and then see if I can expand upon that and increase my skill level just a little bit. I'm about to make a left, and I'm about to go through this entire corner, or whole section, hopefully one-handed. This is actually the section where I think I can get up to fifth, and it's got some nice curves. I don't like, did I explain already? Yeah, I don't like shifting down. Obviously not if I don't have a quick shifter. I'm not shifting down clutchless. What you could do when you shift up is you basically roll off the throttle for a quick second, and then you can just kick it up, because there's not a lot of pressure on the clutch pack. But still, for a bike like this, it's real smooth. I got a slipper clutch, but I'm not in danger of my bike or my clutch pack or my gears or anything like that. I've done it before. I got a clutch. The way my bike is set up, I don't feel comfortable doing it. So now I'm gonna just shut the yap hole. I'm gonna roll through these corners, and I'm gonna let y'all see how I do it. I might describe some stuff right now, like body, head, bike, leaning to the left, chilling, not taking my center of gravity too off. My right thigh is grabbing onto the tank pad. I'm leaning. Yes, I'm over the center line, but I can see. I make sure there's no vehicles in front of me. If they were, I would have leaned farther to the right. Slowing down, apply the front brake, middle finger only. Rolling onto the throttle. I roll onto the throttle with the outside, the heel of my right hand. I do not roll onto the throttle with my entire hand. It gives me a little bit more finesse, and it also allows me to use my two fingers to brake if I have to. My pointer finger is resting on the brake. I'm not really using it, because it doesn't really come past the first section of the digit. But once it does, I'm initiating the brake with both fingers. If I can initiate the brake with the middle finger only, I'm pulling it in slowly until the front finger can grab, the pointer finger can grab, and then I use them both. It's a very minute amount of space. Minute. It's not like I'm overextending anything, but I like to have my finger touching the brake just to know it's there. It's kind of like a safety net. Rolling off the throttle, not initiating the brake at all. Slowly leaning, slowly rolling on the throttle. You can hear the bike accelerate. You can hear the exhaust ramp up. My head is not over the center line, no matter how it looks. Did not increase the throttle, stayed steady throttle. I did not want to ramp on the throttle and make the bike wash out from under me and cause a low side. And that's it. I know it's a lot of yapping. I'm probably yapping way too fast for the average human to keep up with because I got a yap hole that moves at 70 miles an hour. But that's how I do when I'm yapping to myself in the camera. When I'm talking to people in person, I don't want to talk at all because I hate talking, which is very hard to believe during these videos. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching. I'm out.